We're at one of my Airbnbs, and right behind me is what I consider a one-of-a-kind amenity. I'm gonna show you exactly how we went from a raw piece of land to this epic mini golf course in today's episode of
Rob B&B. And I'm Rob. I'm a tiny house builder, Airbnb host, and I create once-in-a-lifetime experiences. And today, we're gonna show you exactly what goes into building an epic mini golf course. But there's just one problem. Long story short, I hired a contractor to build a mini golf course. He got about 25% of the way through, and then he flaked on me. And so then I thought, it is called the Raw Built channel, so why not build it myself? The problem with this entire project is that today is Monday, and I have a guest checking in on Friday. And by 4 p.m. on Friday, I'm gonna need 6 mini golf holes completed so that my guests don't walk into a construction zone. So first things first, we're gonna be filling this entire area with gravel, but in order to do that, we gotta get rid of all this sod that you see here. I wanna feel valuable, so I'm gonna see if my contractor will let me give it a crack. Takes a little muscle to turn this thing, huh? It looks so much more legit now. Previous contractor wasn't gonna do any of this. He put the wrong vapor barrier down. He didn't even do, none of it was correct. None of it. So when I talked to Giordano, he was like, oh man, we gotta come and cut the sod down. We have to do this and this and this. I was like, oh, we do? I had no idea. So it's crazy. One day of work, this place is completely level. So we're planning on putting a few 6x6 posts into the ground to act as overall support for the retaining wall. However, I really want to add string lights to the course, so we're going to be adding a few extra long posts so we can run those lights in a V formation from the posts to the home. You got it? Are you doing all this on camera?
Oh wait, was that supposed to get this?
You, sir, are not funny. The things that I do for YouTube, this was already in the hole, but to show the process, I took it out of the hole to put it back. There's a lot of jokes that can be made about what I just said, and I realize that. But we're gonna cut to me putting this in here as if it's the first time it's ever happened. Where you been, man? Forms are going in today. Super excited to actually see this come to life, because really when you're doing this type of thing, there's a lot of groundwork. But now what we're doing is we're actually building out the forms that the mini golf holes are gonna actually sit on. And effectively, here's the plan. I mean, this isn't exactly how you would typically build a mini golf course, but this is how we're gonna do it. We framed everything out of 2x4s. Then we're gonna put a piece of plywood on top of that, wrap the turf on it, and then we're gonna put 1x6 decking to come up about an inch here so that the mini golf balls don't roll off when you're playing. And to make sure that everything is very safe, we're gonna stake every single hole into the ground so that people can't just lift these and take them, not that they would, but mostly just so that they don't tip over or anything like that, since we are sort of in hurricane territory. But as you can see from this amazing render, we're gonna do 6 different holes. Initially, when I had planned this out, I wanted it to be 9, right? So it could be a little bit more authentic to a mini golf course, but we don't really have that much space here. I think total, we're looking at about 16 feet deep, 49 feet wide. For the rest of the day, what we're planning on doing is finishing out the forms just to see how it fits. Then tomorrow we're gonna be dumping gravel in here, compacting it, getting ready to rock. And then we're gonna actually start bringing everything to life. And eventually in about a day or two, we will put our sarcophagus and our twirly bird and all the crazy stuff that we bought on top of each deck. Been a hard couple days, you know, doing all this work. You know, I've been doing it all myself, but you know, sometimes you gotta get your elbows dirty and hire a crew to really do all the work, and then you just take all the glory. But it was my idea, so that's fine. I'm doing some things. So you saw me, I shoveled things. Cut to me doing work. So those were actually set in the correct place before I messed with them to look like I was doing work. I guess I should go. Let's go.
No mini golf course is complete without obstacles, and in my vision, I wanted some pretty weird ones, and to get them, I had just the place in mind.
All right, we are here to pick up the curiosities and trinkets and tchotchkes and weird machines and everything that goes into making a mini golf course come to life. So I'm really excited because I saw this thing. I've been looking at this thing for literally a year since I've moved to Houston, and I wanted to buy it, but I had no practical reason for having it other than just having an expensive old vintage toy in my backyard for my kids to play with. And then when I thought of the idea of building a mini golf course, this is the first thing I thought of. It is the most expensive thing that I've purchased for the mini golf course, coming in around $1,200, but I genuinely believe that it's gonna bring the putt-putt to life. I'm really excited about the second item that we're picking up today, and it's a sarcophagus bookshelf. Now, we're not gonna be using it as a bookshelf on the mini golf course, but it will make it weirder, and that is what I'm going for. There we have it. Isn't this cool? Check it out. It's a bookshelf. Ooh. Let's go. We just loaded up the truck. Everything was a little bit heavier than we thought it was gonna be, and it was definitely a lot hotter than I thought it was gonna be. We sweat, we're damp, we're moist, but we got a truck full of old things that are definitely worth like $2 that I spent $2,800 on. It's gonna be worth it. I know it, because by the end of this project, I will have the most epic house in Crystal Beach, Texas. Day 4 of the mini golf tour. I had to call in reinforcements. Clint's the guy that's always working, helping me build all the different things. So I was like, Clint, listen, man, my contractor bailed. I really need you. And he was like, yeah, man, no problem. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna show up to work. I'm gonna help you build decks. I'm gonna help you pour the gravel.
I'm gonna find the guys that can do it.
And then MFer shows up in Berks.
Work smarter, not harder.
Stupid. All right, so yesterday we had the distinct pleasure of loading up the old Corley bird. And how much do you think this weighed?
500 pounds.
500 pounds, yeah.
Yeah.
It was really quite the haul to get this on here. It was actually so heavy that we actually couldn't even get the dolly out from under it.
It would have been easier if you had gotten out of it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like, I mean, I wanted the full experience. I was sitting in it the whole time, but Clint actually got in this somehow.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking.
It was absolutely not built for this. 6'4" man fit in this thing for kids.
5, but who's counting?
6'5". Hey, and ladies, by the way, you are single, right? You want to pitch yourself on the channel?
No.
I will leave that on.
Don't do it.
You're about to get so many phone calls from
Don't
people.
do it. So if there's one thing to remember about real estate, it's
And that's how we became millionaires. Dirt arrived yesterday. We are now filling in our entire gravel pit with said dirt. The frames of the decks are all built. We're gonna put the plywood over, the turf over, and hopefully by the end of today, it will look kind of like a mini golf course because I have guests checking in less than 24 hours, but pressure makes diamonds. Can I help you?
thank God they don't have smell-o-vision yet.
Day 4. Are you scared yet?
I'm getting scared.
I'm getting a little scared too.
Yeah.
So what is our best case, worst case scenario here for the next couple of days?
Like just the basics, maybe not all the decor. And
All right, so best case scenario is tomorrow by 4 p.m. we have our plywood and turf.
yeah.
You think it'll be playable?
Well, we have to make the holes, so they could play it, but we're gonna wake up real early.
Yeah. It's day 5. I'm currently pulling up to the house right now. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I am scared about what I'm gonna see right now because when I left the property yesterday, a lot of stuff was not done. And so I'm hoping that I show up right now and it's like mostly complete, but we're about to find out. And I've got guests checking in about 6 hours. I might have to call them here pretty soon and prep them for what they're about to walk into on the property. Let's see. Yep, so as I mentioned, I was a little nervous about what I was gonna see here. Currently, all the turf is rolled out in front of my house, which leads me to believe that there is no turf on the decks. Okay, I guess there's gonna be a day 6, 7, and 8 on this project. God, I love the twirly bird. Look at this thing. Every single time I see it, I get so excited. It's gonna be the central component of the mini golf course. Here's today's plan and hope. We're gonna cut all this turf right here, then we're gonna staple it and glue it onto the decks. Then we're gonna add all the 1x6 trim and edging around each deck. Then we're gonna cover everything up with the fine, fancy limestone gravel. Then we're gonna water it down. And then we're gonna place the twirly bird in the mummy and hopefully get it to a good place. And then next week we'll come back and do final touches. All right. Let's get to wheelbarrowing. Little trick of the trade here, he was just creating all these slices on the back of the plywood so that it would bend easier on our curved ramp here. Never knew that that's how you bend plywood. Here's what the other side of B-roll looks like. I'm just getting shot at with sawdust right now, filming this content for you. Worth it though. Turf is going in. Holy crap, I see green in my backyard just happening, and it is looking really, really freaking good, like a mini golf course. Who would have thought? Look at this, beautiful. It's so green. We got one more to glue over there, then we're putting on all the edging so that the golf balls don't fall off of all the individual holes. And I think, I cannot say for sure, but I actually think we're gonna pull this off. Mostly anyway. It is currently 2:45. Guests get here in an hour and 15 minutes. I was dreading this moment. I was hoping it wouldn't happen, but it's happening. I got to call my guests and tell them that there will be a construction crew on the ground level of this house. It's like a 2-story construction. You can kind of see right here. That's the ground level, and the actual house is right up there. And I have to let them know and be honest with them that it's gonna look like a bit of a circus. So hopefully they're cool about it. Most people are cool about that kind of thing, but I don't know if these wonderful people will be, so I'm gonna call them and see.
Hello?
This is Rob, your Airbnb host.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good, man, good. Just wanted to see, are you guys gonna be getting here right at 4? What's your ETA currently looking like?
We'll be over there probably right at 4.
Okay. The house will be ready, but I have a construction crew on the ground level, kind of under the house in the backyard, finishing a project. They're gonna be cleaning up the bottom section of the house until about 5. Is that okay? I know that that's kind of like in your space, but I want the house to be perfectly clean for when you guys are here and hanging out during the day and stuff like that.
No, that should be fine. That should be fine. We appreciate it.
All right, thanks, bye.
Bye.
Ooh, all right, that wasn't so bad. See, most people are cool, but every so often you get a Karen and they're like, that's not what I paid for it, I want a refund and blah, 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 blah. But I'm only really inconveniencing them an hour, so rock and roll.
With guests arriving within an hour, the team and I had to disperse 2 truckloads of rocks and sweep up massive amounts of dust around the property.
How far do we get?
Man, we got like 75%.
Nah, we're a little bit closer than that. Maybe like 85%.
Yeah.
It looks really good. The guests are all young men that are all just super cool. They're all here to hang out, have an entrepreneurial retreat. Really, it sounds like they were here to party, but it's okay. We worked it out. Super nice guys. They super chill about it. Weren't all that bummed. They were like, oh, it's all cool, man. This is cool. They're actually Airbnb guys too. They were excited to meet me. We're leaving it halfway done, but luckily they were very understanding. So we're gonna come back on Sunday when they check out at 10 p.m. Really bang it out for the next 2 days and have it ready for the guests checking in on Monday at 4 p.m. But here we go. Looking good. See you soon, everyone.
After my guests checked out, we scrambled back to the property to put in the finishing touches, like our friend the sarcophagus, this insanely heavy lion, and my personal favorite, the twirly bird. And after we did all that, we were finally finished.
We're done with this project, and it did end up taking a little bit longer than we thought, but I couldn't be any more proud of the team and the final product. And I'm super excited to showcase my epic, amazing, insane, one-of-a-kind, insanely difficult to build mini golf course.
See, this is what I love about Airbnb. I get to create experiences that will be remembered by my guests for a lifetime. This was easily the most creatively fulfilling project I've ever done, and I hope this inspires you to think big and to go after your crazy ideas. And if it did, do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next episode of Rob B&B.